Welcome back. It's 4:22. We're still keeping our eye on Columbia and the governor's press conference. Still no word from him yet. As soon as we do, we'll bring that to you live. Now, to this segment, day-to-day life is becoming more and more uncertain with mandates and closures. The coronavirus, of course, taking a toll on the economy. And here to help us figure it all out, how to handle a short-term financial crisis, we have Alli Williams, founder of financially Focused.
Yes.
Thanks so much for being here. Welcome back.
Yes.
So let's start from the beginning. Where do we start with this?
So I know, with jobs, potential job loss and your kid's home, the first initial reaction is to panic and,
Sure.
Read everything on the internet and just kind of go crazy. So try to take a deep breath and understand that this will pass, but we need to deal with whatever your situation is right now. So first go through whatever accounts you have. If you have multiple savings accounts, just get a handle of where you are. Do you have bills due in the next week? Are you actually at potentially losing your job or whatever else? So understand what your current state situation is and then create a plan. Don't just react because everyone else is reacting. Okay,
so what should we do if we are worried about losing our job or any sort of reduced income?
Right, so if you do have an emergency fund, this is the time to use it. This is what you've been saving for. If you are worried that this emergency fund won't cover your monthly bills, talk to your providers, talk to your lenders. A lot of people understand that this is a national crisis and they're willing to help, so they might, delay payments or help you kind of work through maybe a payment plan. So if you are really concerned about your income going down, review your current state and then talk to your lenders, be open, ask for help, and just survive at this point.
And in that panic, as you mentioned at the beginning of this, you might think, maybe I could take advantage of some of this, but you're saying still try to pay your bills.
Right, so we don't know, for example, they stated that federal student loans, they're going to not accrue interest for the time being. We don't know if that interest will be tacked on later, and you still have to make your payments. So if you are able to make your payments, your mortgage, your electric, your gas, or your student loan payments, continue to make them, continue to try to keep life as normal as possible. But if you are in that situation where you cannot pay your bills because of loss of income or other things, then that's when you should, lean on other people or lenders to say, hey, I need help, ask for help. Don't just not pay them, ignore them, but ask for help and see, there's a lot of people now willing to help.
Get on that phone and talk to them live in person. What if you cannot pay your debt or bills because of job loss? What are your options at that point?
Right, so for student loans, there are options, or student debt, there's forbearance, so you can talk to your providers. You wouldn't owe money right now, but you would still owe that later. A lot of companies are extending like 30 days, you don't have to pay for 30 days to try to see if this kind of works itself out. If you do have extra expertise or skills, might be a time to start a side hustle. There's a lot of companies like Target or Walmart or food delivery services who are in high demand right now to pick up a side job. Or if you can tutor virtually, there's so many kids at home now that parents don't know how to necessarily teach them. So if you are a teacher or you can tutor, this is the time to pick up that side business and really just do whatever you have to do to make it through.
Put yourself out there. I like the tutoring idea, especially with homeschooling going on right now. And you're right. I mean, there is not one Starbucks fast food place that I go into where they're not hiring.
Right. I mean, like Target, all of those big grocery stores and food delivery services, they're all hiring now because they're in such high demand. They can't keep things stocked. They're trying to kind of keep up with this demand and hysteria that they need help. So put yourself out there, go on local groups or news and just try to do whatever you can to make it through.
Find that side hustle, as you said.
Right.
What about your investments?
Right. So, my perspective is don't touch it if you don't have to. I don't check my 401k Roth IRA right now because I know the panic, I know it's down. So if you can and you don't need that, just focus on that long-term plan. Focus on what your end goal is. I know for me, I'm very far from retirement, so this will go back up. History has shown that the market does go back up. So I'm just not going to, I'm sticking to my plan. I'm not going to touch it. I would use your investments as a last resort. You have no other option because there are penalties to pull out early and, there's other things. So if you can leave it and, you can just stick to your plan, this is the time to just, let it happen and then just kind of see where things go.
Alli, thanks so much.
Thanks
we appreciate it. Good reminders, good information, and we'll see you again here soon.
Perfect.
All right, and we will be right back. You're watching Carolina's Family at 4. We have much more on the way.